Hi guys, I got a real important one for y'all today. Um, I've been wanting to make something like a video related to this topic well, I've been wanting to make something like this for a while, honestly. Like, this is probably one of the, like, most things, one of the things I've been the most excited to do. So yeah, today we talk about how a lot of girls really only want you for attention, or really only talk to you for the attention that you give. Now, before I get into, more diverse examples, I want to talk about my personal experience. And now, when I make these videos, I really don't want to make everything about me. Like, I know it's my YouTube channel and everything, but still, I don't think that gives a just reason. Turn this damn music down. I don't think it gives a just reason for me to, to make this all about myself. But of course, so I've only really been in a quote-unquote talking stage with two women. It's what I've considered talking stage. They probably don't, but who gives a shit? It's me, right? Okay, and if I'm gonna be honest, when you first start talking to somebody, at least in my opinion, I'm the type of guy, I'm incredibly introverted. Like, I do not go about talking to random people. Like, if I know you, then I'll talk to you. Like, if I'm comfortable with you, that's when I'll be talking to you out of school and shit like that. Otherwise, I will not be talking to anybody. Like, that's just the guy I am, and it's a blessing and a curse. And not that I hate it. I think it's good in its ways, but it's also bad in its ways. It's very bittersweet. And so basically, first of all, when I start talking to somebody, I don't give them a lot of attention, right? Because when I start talking to somebody, I'm the type of guy where I'll be friends with a girl before the talking stage, because eventually I catch feelings, and that's when I consider a talking stage. It happens, or well, it has happened every time, in my experience. Obviously, I am not that experienced, and I'm not the greatest to be talking on this topic, but I've been wanting to talk about it, so here we are. Basically, yeah, I don't give them a lot of attention, but eventually, when everything starts getting stronger, when I'm feeling it more, and then I start giving a lot of attention to it. I mean, I message, and so, the scarceness kind of just vanishes, and that's when, like, I think for women it's like biological, but most girls, they have a whole number of options. You know what I mean? Like, 100%, if you're talking to a girl right now, they're talking to at least one other guy, at least. And so the thing is with that is, like, the less you know, the better. The less you know, the better. I'm not sorry. Because it doesn't mess with your mood more, if you know what I mean. At least for me, that's the case. And so it's very difficult for me, because when you start giving interest, obviously removing that scarcity, they will start losing interest, because in their mind it's like, I have him now, but it doesn't matter because I have a whole variety of options. That's the thing. There's always this belief that you can find somebody better. And, it really does suck for me, and I don't know about anybody else. I don't want to speak on anyone else's behalf in case I'm not being fully accurate. But I think it's true oh crap, hold on. I think it's true in, like, with everyone. And so the thing with that is, it's very difficult to find somebody, or to even talk to a girl without just putting on this nonchalant kind of act. And I really hate that, because switching up for somebody is just, I could never, other people might do that, and I hate it, I hate when people act different around other people for the sake of, whatever. It really does piss me off. Like, I'd rather be by myself in a public situation. If, I'm by myself, I get to do what I want. I don't have to, you know, put on a persona. It's like, first of all, 10 times easier to do, and I'm way more comfortable with it, even if someone comes over and is like, "Hey, are you okay?" So yeah, basically, like I was saying, I'm much more comfortable, just acting like myself, because why wouldn't I? And so, that's the thing. That's why it's so hard with women, because either you're a genuine person, you are just who you are genuinely, and you have a much smaller chance, or you put on this act, and it's much easier, because it's very hard to what's it called, to actually, do shit up or do that without showing too much over interest, because as soon as you do that, it's just fucked. Like, you start getting left on scene. um, you're not getting messages often. Like I said, again, the scarcity just wears off, and it's weird that this is what women do. Obviously, it's not on purpose. If you are a girl, by the way, and you do it on purpose, shame on you. And I don't like, talking shit about people, but really, if you knowingly do this, genuinely shameful. Genuinely shameful. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That you lose the scarcity, you lose them, and that's it. So many girls today are attention seekers. So many. In in my life as well. Like every girl in my class, or well, most of them are attention seekers, and it kind of just hurts me to see that that's the way our world is. You know, social media has kind of just fucked everything for us. Um, Kind of just fucked our chances of doing any of this. And you know what? That's life. You probably will never meet. Wait, why am I placing torches? Hold on. You probably will never meet someone like you. Someone, like that illusion of the perfect individual is just, it's so far from the truth. And that's what so many people do not realize. It is very sad, but it's life. It's life. That's how people works. It's how biology works. The law of attraction. Editor Nick here. I made a mistake. It's actually the theory of desire by Lacan. My bad, guys. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Sorry for the intermission. No, it really is true. It really does tell you a lot about girls and how they act. And so really, it kind of just does suck that girls do that, and that we as dudes have to put on an act or forcefully not show interest. Like, that's so hard for me especially. Like, if I like somebody, it's so hard for me to just not speak to them, genuinely, or not message them or something like that. It's like million times harder than staying nonchalant. You know, if I actually have interest in them. Um, I'm not saying I'm the most popular individual or anything, and absolutely not. Again, like I said, I'm crazy introverted, and it really does limit my ability to do a lot of stuff, well, socially wise. Other than that, it really is a blessing. You know what I mean? You're so much more focused on yourself, so much less focused on the rest of the world, what they think of you, and it really is a gift from God, man. I love that about myself, but I also hate the fact that it causes a lot less people. to talk to me and to figure out who I really am. Because, you know, obviously, when you're quiet, people don't know who you actually are, or what your intentions are, or what you think as a person. It's two completely different things, you know. And I had personally, I've had a couple of people, you know, after they start talking to me seriously, they're like, "Oh, well, Nick, I never knew that you were that you thought like this, and that you're smart like this." And it's kind of a bummer when you think of it. Um, can't make armor now. Fuck me. That's okay. You know what? We'll get them next time. I'll just put copper in. But yeah, it just increasingly becomes difficult every day. The more you learn, the more you realize how fucked everything is. The more you think philosophically. Just the illusions of everything and social media and everything, it really does just kind of fucks it. But it's life. That's how life works. Everything happens for a reason, whether a good reason or not. Mostly for a good reason. I've had many bad situations. Let me be more specific. I've had more. I've had bad situations turn into like just complete great situations where I don't regret what happens, even though the the period of sadness of I guess I could say depression turns into something that I never thought uh, you know could change me really. But kind of just sucks. I know I'm just rambling on and on about the same thing, and I'm sorry for that, but I just want to show that it's important because it is. It really does kind of suck that that's how psychology works. That's how women are, and I feel even worse for people like me. I'm not saying I'm special. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal or something, because I'm not all that really. I'm just like any other dude you meet on the street. I'm equal to every other human being there is that exists. But to other introverts, it really does just make everything 50 times harder. And the worst part is that while women have so many options, normally we only really have that one single girl. If you're talking to multiple, in my opinion, I think that's cheating. I know it sounds weird, but it makes sense if you think about it. I consider that cheating at least. I could never do that. It's always one person at a time. Well, it's not like two people would want to talk to me at the same time. If only. I'm missing a chest plate, right? No, I'm missing like. So, yeah, I mean, I really been wanting to talk about this for a long time because it really is incredibly important, just tremendously important. And yeah, honestly, I know this might sound weird, but I see a lot of I see some guys acting the same way as well. You know, it's what we would consider male bops. It's basically what it is. I'm gonna be honest. If you're a man and you act the same way, you're practically just a male Pope. I hate to say it, but that's just the truth, man. That's just the truth. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'm really happy that I got to make something on this topic. Like it's it's weirdly fun to talk about. It's weirdly fun to talk about all the serious stuff. I have a couple. I think there'll probably be another funny video coming up sooner or later. I don't really know when that's gonna be because, of course, topic changes based on what I want to talk about, whatever I think. It doesn't really matter what. Well, it does matter what you guys want to see, but I feel like sometimes, I, I mean, I am right. Actually, let me say, I'll have, this is a whole other topic, but I'm always right when it comes to important stuff. Always. Every single time. That's a whole other topic. But still, it kind of correlates to this. And so I think this would have been a good idea for me to talk about this. Hope you all enjoyed. It's going to be it. Um, you know, I really hope that people enjoy these videos. Because honestly, it is a huge passion of mine making these. It's super fun. And yeah, love yourself. Jesus loves you. Peace out.